Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back with you once again. And today I'm going to bring you my predictions for Impact Wrestling's upcoming Rebellion pay-per-view. This takes place this coming Saturday, April 25th, I believe it is. And yeah, it looks like a great couple matches, including some interpromotional action. So let's get it started. So, first match on the card is for the Knockouts Tag Team titles. Um, as Faya and Flava, the champions, that being Kyrie Hogan and Tasha Steele, take on the team of Jordana Grace and a mystery partner. Ooh. Lately, Grace has employed the services of Jazz, who is an old school women's wrestler who was very good back in the day, especially when she was beating people up in EC Dub. But now she has been retired by the Knockouts champion, Deonna Purrazzo. We'll talk about her later. So instead of a big her going up against the champions again, we instead have a potential replacement. Um, and it's been advertised that former knockout Taylor Wilde is going to be coming back. So I'm thinking it might either be her or it might be someone else. I'm not sure. Probably not one of the recent releases, which from WWE, which I'm thinking a lot of people probably think it is. It's probably not. So my best guess, it's probably Taylor Wilde. But they're not going to get the win. Steele and Hogan have been pretty dominant as champions, and I'd like them, to see them stay champions. Alright, next up, in an 8-man tag team match, playa, you have Chris Sabin, Eddie Edwards, James Storm, and Willie Mack taking on Violent by Design. That's Eric Young, Cody Deaner, Joe Doring, and Rhino. Recently, James Storm and Eric Young had a banger of a main event, I'd say a couple weeks ago. I thought it had been reported that EY suffered an injury in the match. It turns out to be maybe not so false, so true there. As much as I want to pick the faces here, I think Violent by Design gets the win, and we see them do something a bit more down the line. Maybe some title matches? I don't know. Next up, in a last man standing match, you have Trey Miguel, formerly of the Rascals. Miss you guys. Congratulations on your NXT title win. Tag team title win. Taking on Sami Callihan, who, well, let's just say this. He has been stableless, and he's kind of out on his own. And I kind of like it. He's kind of killing it out there. Trey has definitely been going through some things. They're trying to build him up as the new kind of main event guy. So maybe we see that, maybe we don't. I think Trey is going to get a big win here. As much as I'd like to see Sami Callihan, Trey needs a big win. Next up, singles match featuring a couple of ex-tag team title partners. As Matt Cardona, formerly Zack Ryder, takes on Brian Myers, formerly Kurt Hawkins. They've been feuding a little bit since Cardona came to Impact after he made a little stop in AEW. Myers has been saying that Cardona's been following him everywhere he's been, and I think might be a way to get rid of him. But I think Cardona is going to get the big win here. As much as I like the Myers character, I think Cardona needs a big win. Next up, triple threat action for the X Division Championship. We have champion Ace Austin defending against former champion TJP and Josh Alexander. Alexander has been more associated with the tag division, except now with Ethan Page over in AEW. He's riding solo and he's been killing it. And as much as I want to see Josh with the title, Ace Austin kind of just got it back, so I think this match goes to Ace. Next up, for the Knockouts Championship, we have Deonna Purrazzo, the champion, defending against Tenille Dashwood. Tenille has been running, Deonna, I should say, has been running roughshod over the Knockouts division, and I think it's more than time for Impact to sign a couple new Knockouts. No offense to the current bunch, I love them. They need some fresh faces, man. So I think Deonna gets a big win here, maybe gets challenged by someone new. But we'll see. Alright, next up in tag team action, as the Impact tag team titles are on the line, we have the champions, FinJuice of New Japan. That's right, a New Japan team has the Impact tag team titles. Think about that for a sec. The team is obviously David Finlay, the son of what's his name? Finlay from WWE. Carried the shillelagh, had Hornswoggle as a son. And Juice Robinson, who I don't really know that well, but I do like his style, taking on some old friends, the Good Brothers, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson. Gallows and Anderson, obviously a big part of Bullet Club back in New Japan, right before they got signed by WWE. Now they're in Impact, and they just lost the tag titles to FinJuice. So with that, I don't think the Good Brothers are going to get the tag titles. Although now with their association, not only with Kenny Omega, but now the Young Bucks, maybe they come out and cost FinJuice? I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I think we're going to see FinJuice here win clean and continue their reign. Hopefully they'll defend over in New Japan one day, which I think that'd be awesome. But yeah, I think the New Japan kids are going to keep the tag titles. Alright, and last but not least, your main event of the evening and the other intra-promotional match. As Rich Swann, the Impact World Champion, and technically the TNA Champion as well, because he beat Moose for that, takes on Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, with both titles on the line. And, with Don Callis in Kenny's corner, because, of course. Now, Don is, of course, on creative over in Impact, but he's been more associating with Kenny, telling which, oh, I liked you, I was all about bringing you in to Impact, but you're no Kenny Omega, thus kind of putting down Rich a little bit, making him feel like more of an underdog. And as much as I want to see Rich win the title, as much as I want to see him holding 3 belts, which that'd be awesome, I think AEW has a plan here for Kenny, and then I think it's going to be Hangman who eventually gives Kenny his first loss. Now, what does that mean here for Impact? I think Kenny is going to continue his belt collecting, and that means your new Impact World Champion, Kenny Omega. Now, my hope was that yesterday on Dynamite, we'd see Rich Swann come in and try to mess with Kenny. But, of course, that didn't happen. So, maybe we'll see Rich on Dynamite one day, but we'll see. This is an interesting time for us wrestling fans, and I'm glad I could share it with you. That is my predictions for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will try to get my my recap out next week. However, tomorrow is very special. We have the finale for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and myself, Victoria, Alex, and John are all going to be coming together, reviewing the last 2 episodes, giving our thoughts, and what we thought of the show overall. So that's going to be tomorrow. I'll see you guys then, and I hope you have a very good day. Peace.